Now he rolls back, gets a little leverage, and scores!
Behind the cage, expect a heavy dose from Ament coming out of the box. He takes Scarpello behind the cage. They're playing him as a passer, Clark. So he gets to that 5-5 spot, the island above the cage, surveys, no help. He identifies, oh, okay, you're not gonna help me? Boom, I'm gonna go underneath and bury it.
Have the angle he likes. Gets it behind Ament. Got a stick on the field. Ament again goes underneath this defender and scores almost a carbon copy goal.
Penn State together.
Ament pulled. Doesn't matter. Way right now, that lead is 6 early.
I mean, this is low angle. Stick on the outside of those football hash marks.
5-hole on Dylan Ward.
Yeah, that is a serious rip on the run. He is
ageless.
big.
This is going to be an opportunity here, and Connor Fields.
Him under 20 seconds in the shot clock. No one is better in the PLL than 5 and White. He uses his shoulders. He gets underneath the defender. And Ryan, what I love about this, when he jumps and he leaves his feet, he increases his angle.
Yeah, he's able to kind of reach around Ward. You can see that beautiful camera angle.
Slide rotation perspective. This puts a lot of pressure on the Water Dogs because you change the set, plenty of room to dodge.
Oh, and Fields with a hat trick already. Talk about
Tom Schreiber, who slings it to Fields, and in one motion, a catch, and he puts it on net. That ultra quick release coming off of Schreiber's feed.
Skip it. Carraway, the extra one on the far side. Walker can shoot. Instead, they make that one extra pass.
Better spacing, better player movement, better ball movement. You see them, that skip unlocks the defensive rotation, and Connor Kelly, he works up the hash. So you can see him getting upfield. That increases his angle and allows crow hop leading up to it.
Sowers. Miscommunication from the defense, and that leaves Sowers wide open to find
Needs to make his presence felt. The switch is late. Connor Kelly knows. When Michael Sowers has the rock, he will deal, and you need to get players on the man down compared to last year. With all the new faces defensively.
McCardle picks up the deflection. Beautiful catch by Kelly and buries it.
Maintain that possession. That affords them the extra opportunity, and off of kind of a scramble play, beautiful cut by Kelly and a feed by McCardle, but credit Gobrecht for staying with. Oh, he had Dixon.
Instead, the second one, that's team.
And power play. To see Dixon on the near side, they don't have it. A quick ball reversal, and Van Rapport is just basically trapped between two guys. You can see Schellenberger, a quick manipulation. Young players are watching. Schellenberger plays with what I call a quiet stick.
Teat scores again.
You're going to see people come out with a little pressure. Teat goes underneath and then manipulates the stick, bends it back. A little twister.
Ball and quarterbacking.
Alone.
Here he goes again and scores.
Threat. All eyes are on Schellenberger here, and Teat just gets lost. Kind of cuts through the middle of the field there.
You can't focus on your own ball. You're carrying an offense, and you're the quarterback. Jeff Teat's always been an exception.
Right there. Teat loses his defender and scores easily.
See, and they trade for Young and Kirst. Their close defense totally revamped. You thought this was going to be an area of strength. And Teat is
back to Teat up top. Fires it to the defense and they score.
And after they move it around, he's going to look at that low right defender. Once he sees Bryce Young start creeping upfield, then he knows he's got to skip to Schellenberger. So Teat's reading that 2-on-1. He's got Schellenberger down low, and he's reading Bryce Young.
With everybody asking for seconds. Schellenberger gets another one.
In Jeff Teat, the second pick in the draft. Connor Schellenberger, welcome to the New York Atlas. Welcome to the PLL, young man.
Side. Oh, that'll change quickly as these two former teammates, Schellenberger, Dixon, put one on the board for the Atlas. An inspiration to a lot of young people, including somebody in this booth starter. Wow, that guy's an inspiration to a lot of young people.
Atlas offense is formidable. And don't forget, you got Jeff Teat on the wing, but Xander Dixon catches this ball, and then he drops his stick low. This in one motion, a catch, a drop, and a sting.
So hard to track if you're
Dixon rolls, almost no angle.
Ouch.
And scores.
Once. The quick little inside roll, he recognizes Goodrich over-rotating, overplaying that, drops his hands, and just yanks it.
He never drops his head or his shoulders. That's 2 shots in a row. One was with a little range. This one in tight. You're seeing masterful.
Still kind of figuring out personnel-wise.
Bundy tried to let it rip. Didn't get through. Look at this. Oh, what a beautiful catch. That finish! McKay
in another gear here. You watch this pass by Reardon. Right here now, McKay has to put on the afterburners to track that ball down before an Outlaw defender does. So he uses his momentum, and then the overcompensation of the defense allows him to get a free shot.
Yeah, McKay catches this in stride. He led the league in terms of scoring from
a veteran. Understands now a little bit more of an onus put on this offense. How about McKay? How about the game this guy's had today?
And look, the left side of your screen, McKay's going to get kind of caught up in the wash. Catch low, finish low. Ultra quick release there. So Scanoni
can't do it this time though. Logan Wisnauskas on the rebound is there. Outlaws on the board.
Finds his teammate on the doorstep with Zawada, plays incredible save. Actually was off the pipe.
Yep.
And Wisnauskas, Johnny on the spot there, just picking up the loose change and burying it. They just needed one to get the...
Open the floodgates.
Yeah, I mean...
Delayed call against Chaos. Ferrara finds his Wisnauskas on the far post.
Defensive rotation, Outlaws are gonna spin this. Ferrara quickly attacks, and he's gonna go to an inside roll, freeze it right here. You're gonna get Rowlett. He's kind of caught in no man's land, so he wants to slide here. The second slide has gotta come from Ray down the backside. So Rowlett kind of hedges and helps. There's no second slide there. You can
count with the 4 saves in the 4th quarter. Outlaws blanked.
Positive, you're sitting at 11. Wisnauskas with his 3rd of the day. We saw some flashes from Hanley in the mid.
Anderson up top to Hanley. Shoots with the left and scores.
Consistently, a ton of space in the middle of the field, just one step and fire.
Yeah, I thought the backup in terms of the defensive pressure cost the Chaos.
So get through here. Give him real estate to run downhill.
Hanley shoots and scores. Goes 5-hole on count.
In that alley area, you want to be on the pipe. And this ball sneaks by Austin Kaut near pipe.
But I like the aggressiveness by Hanley here. And sometimes as a shooter, you just need to see one go. And then the ball kind of picks up steam, picks up momentum, and the bounces just kind of go your way.
Hanley, he scores.
Again, they have him as the last guy coming out of the box.
And good change of pace. On the previous one, he goes down the alley and scores. This time he sweeps across. You get a little bit of help. Hanley shallow cuts behind the area where where O'Neal just dodged from.
Malone's got the short stick matchup. Tough angle, shot, scores! That deflected off Troutner in it.
After he gets the matchup that he wants, he keeps that matchup. And he's patient, and then a nifty little twister here at the end to sneak it by Troutner.
Yeah, if he doesn't do the twister there, he ran out of real estate.
Instead, it's Rambo in front of Malone, who scores!
Crash the crease. You force a defense's hand, so as this ball gets reversed, watch Zupicic crash the crease, freeze it right here. You're gonna see Zupicic, he's right in the middle of your field right here. That's gonna force a backside help, Malone recognizes that, and he's going to cut right to that vacated area. So you're going to get a pass down here and then a feed inside to that cutting Malone.
So important when you're the LSM or the defensive midi and you're the first guy down, whether you pass to the wing, to cut the crease.
Kahn comes upfield against Camizio. He shoots, hits the pipe. Malone hits the empty net.
Jumped off the page, except sound, smart decisions, being in the right spots, being instinctive.
He's got 6 points.
But I'm just saying, and like in terms of, there isn't like some wow.
No,
like,
there's variety to his game.
There's just like steady, solid play, doing the right thing over and over again.
Same language, teammates at Virginia for 3 years. You saw it yesterday.
Janenchuk finally breaks the ice.
Still got the range. He's never lost this shot. One of the smoothest strokes in the league. There's just no wasted motion. So efficient.
To go 1-on-1 this weekend.
Rambo skips it to the far side. Janenchuk shoots and scores. That's a two-pointer.
Amazing location.
Steph Curry. When I think of time and room shots, Mike Janenchuk. He's the smoothest stroke. There is no wasted motion. There's not this big hitch, this big, like, it's just one, boom.
You know what's crazy when you think about it? He grew up being taught the game by the same.
Janenchuk again for two. Got another one.
Born on Long Island. Born to shoot the rock.
That I asked him to give me extra shots. And we would work for minutes and hours.
You know, Jones turns into a quarterback from up top, rolling back and forth. The Whip Snakes kind of get lost up in that recovery. You can see Zapatello inside. Teat just curls around. Too much space on that left wing, and Teat makes him pay.
You know what's encouraging about this?
In week one.
I would agree. And they're also in camp the entire time. Teat away from the ball.
I'm really wondering if Dylan Malloy was throwing that to Teat or if he was going to the backside pipe. You see Costabile going to that backside pipe?
Yes, I would agree with you, but it doesn't negate the fact that Teat is moving so well.
Malloy got things started early for Atlas with a couple of quick goals. He's been quiet. That's not quiet at all. Teeter behind.
With a loss of angle. That's gorgeous.
Kark, I marvel at the pace on this shot.
Yes, and you know what it is? It's the snap of a BTB. A lot of players like a big swooping motion. It's pride in that position. It's not just an offensive midfielder that you're saying go play defense.
Jones with the look inside. Good pass and good turn.
Incredible feeder. And what a spot feed there. I mean, Dixon is not open in a traditional sense, but just flashes his stick. And Jones spot feeds just to an open area, throws Dixon open. What do they do schematically to get him in his comfort zone?
Dixon flashes out and scores.
Following the slide, you're gonna see he started behind the cage. He loops up all the way around. So Muller goes from a compromised spot where am I sliding, am I not sliding? Wait a second, this guy's now cutting and following right behind where that initial dodge came.
What about firing the shot? Now the over-the-shoulder pass. Score!
Dixon, an opportunity to run into it, identify the ball, running away from the field, away from the goal, low to high, never ended. I would expect them to come out hot and then kind of reality set in once it's like, oh yeah, we got 4 quarters to go.
You were right coming out hot.
Yeah, I think his movement, his athleticism is next level. I project him to have a monster season. Did not play in the PLL in 2023, but Dox is a natural goal scorer. Nobody in the history of Virginia lacrosse in the midfield hit the back of the net more than this ball.
Stick.
Oh,
All kinds of
Trevor Baptiste, it's make it, take it. He is playing on a different level. Even his desperation passes land in the right spots. And then the goal by Dox Aiken. The little shake and have a corner 6.
Action in the bullpen. for the Whip Snakes. Brendan Krebs taking some shots now. Far side.
Teat looking to take this thing over in the fourth quarter. Gives it up instead of taking a shot himself, and it was the right choice.
The IQ of Trevor Baptiste. He stays on the field understanding that he's got LaSalle trapped. And when he does that, then he elects to come out and set this pick for Jeff Teat. LaSalle was going to stay glued to Baptiste. Trevor sets this pick, Baptiste, and then the slide occurs. But Baptiste puts LaSalle in a compromising situation, an uncomfortable situation, allowing Jeff Teat.
Shoot, Pinnell against Rowlett. Up top, outside hammer, Garrett.
Everybody just kind of clumped up top here. Meanwhile, you've got Pinnell all by his lonesome back behind the cage. So watch this action specifically on the left side of your screen. Garnsey and Degnan involved in a little two-man game. Pinnell's going to scan. Degnan hands free. But that's exactly why they drafted him. His ability to be the stretch shooter of this bunch.
The double team. Degnan, threat from the outside. Degnan!
His ability to get this off with pressure, that little step back. And we're seeing so many step back threes in the NBA Finals. That little pump fake, body, step back, and flamethrower.
Romar Dennis approves. Spun back to his right. Degnan fires and connects!
You get a little bit of help by Ray, and Degnan hands free. I mean, this is exactly why they drafted him. They had 4 two-pointers last year. That was 7th. When you think of Redwoods historically, they've relied on the two-point arc. Degnan.
The other way, Garnsey the quick feed, and the doorstep dunk.
Why did you restart it so quickly? But heads up play by Garnsey. That big wind-up.
Redwoods the other way quickly. Tevlin inside to Berg. The goal is good. Second goal of this opening quarter for West Berg.
And just goes. Shot out of a cannon. You can see Bowen slide upfield a little bit, and this is just an easy pass forward for Tevlin. But that's the two-way dynamic that Tevlin brings to this. You saw earlier when Davis Allen or Merle were on.
That's on with Resch. Montgomery against Costabile. Feed inside. Berg ties the game. RP3 to
cross here. You're going to get a dodge down the alley. You're going to get a little help by Bowen. Watch Berg. He's right here in the middle. So he's just going to flash to this open space on this backside pipe. So you get the dodge down the alley, the little help by Bowen. You move it forward. You cut the backside pipe. You get it to Pinnell, and you let him distribute. Fundamentally sound, easy lacrosse for Redwoods offensively.
And his PLL debut. Nice feed on the inside, and the dunk right there on the doorstep.
One-on-one matchup. Freeze it right here. You're going to see Arden Cohen. He starts to hedge a little bit. You can kind of see him staring at the ball. He wants to go. So you're going to get this little backdoor cut along the backside pipe. That's exactly what Henningberg sees. Beautiful identification by Scott and a spot feed. When you've got Ross Scott running out there.
Spins it to Henningberg. Working on Cohen. Henningberg near the crease. Gets free. Snake and Sting. Sixers.
You can see his two-handedness, little swim dodge at X. Gets back to his strong right hand. That little dip at goal line extended. You can see Kelly react to that.
Told me yesterday he got a bit of a talking to for his adjective use last week. So he's very aware of that with the mic on this week. Henningberg gets free.
You don't think Henningberg's got revenge on his mind? Going against his former teammates, proving his decision. First it was against Cohen. Here he's posting up Tevlin. Chaos.
Back. Now Knobloch. Been a minute since we called his name. Henningberg's got a hat trick against his old team. Turns the corner on Garlett, and we're tied at 11. 4 goals for Jules Henningberg.
And we've now seen him go against what, 3 different defenders, that little hesitation right behind the cage, and then the explosion upfield. This past offseason, Carolina wanted to get more dynamic, they wanted to get faster.
There's Josh Zawada feeding inside, shot fake, and a score.
Sneak by Myers. Warren Jeffrey just completely gets caught ball watching. He's staring at Zawada. Myers recognizes that, finds the open space. The one drive him.
Myers.
Additional X-attack from Ohio State, right to left split. Carry him up, question mark. He's so tall, he's so big, he's so physical. You know you're gonna get a one-on-one matchup without any help. And credit Myers for just a fundamentally...
O'Neal feeding Zawada. Crease feed, Myers!
Somehow finding some sliver on this near pipe. Kind of a mini question mark here. Crafty finish. I mean, Dobson does it far as you've seen some clear actions for O'Neal.
And sometimes
O'Neal and Hanley had less touches than Myers and Zawada. I want this guy, if I'm going down swinging with him. So last week we saw him go down the alley, bring his stick to the inside, a filthy high bouncer.
There's the double, Hanley stays with it. O'Neal from the outside.
To open space here, so well done by O'Neal, finding that open area, and then just a gorgeous overhand bounce shot. Just touching that 2-point arc.
Now O'Neal. Do the Outlaws unleash him? O'Neal again! This is what we've wanted to see from Brennan O'Neal.
Transition, simple little pass down, pick down, and then he just shoots around this wall of humanity. Using 3 bodies as a screen. This time he does keep that foot behind the 2-point arc. And when we were calling for him to play his natural position, this is why you want your best player out on the field.
O'Neal calling for it. Low throw. O'Neal turbines away. He's taking over.
It didn't happen. I don't care. I'm going to pick up the ball and I'm going to go right to the rack. And we've seen him now going down the alley, score in a variety of manners. There you can see him extend the stick, increase his angle so he can reach around Dobson.
With the 2.
You don't give the ball up.
O'Neal shoots on the run. He's cooking. He's cooking.
Goes to the rack. You can see defensively, Archers elect to go underneath that pick, so Wires goes underneath of it, and in doing so, that allows O'Neal to open up his hips, get his stick back to the inside. And right now, he's just basically playing one-on-one with Dobson.
At the X, O'Neal offensively. O'Neal sweeps across, fires and scores! Oh, are you kidding me?
O'Neal in transition, just look at the middle of the field, there's nobody there. You think of some of those early sweeps, it was just all clogged up. Welcome to the league, Rook. Welcome to the league.
Not packing it in.
Get the sticks up. Cutter, check.
Skip pass. O'Neal for the win! Expression summed it up. Sometimes there is no defense for greatness. Brennan O'Neal, transcendent player, generational player.
Let's go! Good look, Cross! Good job, baby!
This is why.
Cross, good look, baby! Let's go!
This team next week in Philly. Ryan Augevin over to Trey
Double. So Augevin going to attack that seam. You can see Messenger step in to support, and Augevin's able to get his hands free and change his body, his hips, so that way he can deliver a timely pass, a little touch, so Leclerc can step in and let it flamethrower top shelf.
Keeping the reps going. Rye's been great getting me out going during the weeks in the winter and stuff. So just trying to stay confident and keep it rolling.
What's it like playing against Hanley, matching up against him?
It's funny. I've seen him so many times in practice.
Off his defender. and barely needs any airspace to get that shot off and actually use his defender hard.
Feel we're winning too many and we're getting tired. Like you said, good problem to have. Nobody picks up Leclerc, who unleashes yet another one.
So you got Ogilvin on the near side, Leclerc on the far side. Leclerc picks it up and just does a little give and go with Ogilvin, and Outlaws just fall asleep.
Is that the guy you want running downhill?
Well, you know you're going to probably lose. Those are very much replicable. You know, also O'Neal loves to operate higher on that wing.
How about Leclerc?
Leclerc combined with the physicality. You can see Messenger step out to close that gap. Leclerc just throws a little swim dodge, whoop, right here. And from there, there's just a ton of space, a little pump fake. Giles Harris tries to close out with a nifty little...
Denver shooting 6 of 9 in the fourth. Ambler spinning around. Ambler feeds Leclerc. 5 for...
Sweep across the middle of the field by Ambler. Draws the attention of the defense. You can see Grill looking to support. That second slide is just a hair late.
Stay with the Archers.
Alone.
15 to shoot.
Gilly.
Fields, left hand free.
Schreiber's going to create space. Freeze it right here. You're going to see O'Keefe. He's going to approach, come out here, and he's going to set this seal, allowing Fields to then turn the corner. So a big little between Fields and O'Keefe. Anderson's got to step out. You can see the reaction by Manley defensively. Like, come on. You got to step out there. Like, you got to call out the pick.
Schreiber dumps it off to the wing. Fields.
He's one early. Here you sweep him. See him sweep across the field. Find Fields. Hands free. Archers rolling early.
Who's down to make the save? Dobson catapults it downfield. Fields on a bounce. Fields goes top
Start
shelf.
with the save. Dobson head up. Identifies Fields all the way down. Low angle, sharp angle, low to high, buries it.
And they do give Dobson Schreiber with 5. I don't know if that's going to count.
He can pull magic out of his hat. Let's take one more look at it. That's good, Anish. That is good.
That felt like a long 5 seconds.
You always have more time than you think in time.
O'Keefe.
Three-man rotation. Keep your eyes on Mac O'Keefe in the middle. These 3 guys are connected. These 3 guys, they're going to do a triangle rotation, but they're going to do it twice, Anish. So O'Keefe is going to start on the inside. Here you're going to see a carry up, and then a transfer, and then they're just going to rinse and repeat. They're going to do it again. Schreiber pump fakes to the right side as though the action's going over there before coming back to O'Keefe in that natural shooting slot.
Tex Winter on line 1. O'Keefe so dangerous on the right wing, sweeping across.
O'Keefe, and then just trail the play. You can see him pointing. He establishes that spot, allows O'Keefe to sweep around the top. And this is where Hanley's got to communicate that pick, got to step out.
Fields behind the back pass. O'Keefe falling down.
Communicating this, we can see O'Keefe just slide right behind Bernhardt. Manley aggressively jumps out on Fields. The slick little behind the back, anticipating that jump. Not only does O'Keefe slip pick, he also slips on his feet. It doesn't matter.
Flag down. O'Keefe for 2. Bullseye.
Transition. O'Keefe from range. He's got 3 goals this quarter, including a 2-pointer.
Jared Newman throws a mean check. Teat to Dixon. Got it. Lightning.
You're going to see as Teat drives up the side, Dixon just kind of does a little fish hook. He cuts in and then circles back. Teat puts it right on his stick. This is going to be a beautiful camera angle. I mean, there's not a lot of daylight, and Dixon paints that upper corner offside.
Newman marks Teat. 3 seconds. Teat feeding in front. Dixon slammed
between Schellenberger and Teat, or excuse me, and Dixon. There's Dixon. Right here is Schellenberger. He's going to set a screen, and Dixon's just going to wrap around this. So Teat goes hard to the cage. Watch Schellenberger. That little brush right there frees up Dixon. Teat eyes are always up. Beautiful chemistry there, off ball between Dixon and Schellenberger.
Part of the Cavalier contingent. Ronan Jacoby feeds Dixon.
Play. They're going to swing it to this backside. Frees it right here. Look at these two players. These are the two Atlas players working in concert. And you've got this defender by Chaos. He's trying to get out to Jones. So he's gonna sprint out to Jones, and then Dixon's just gonna slide right behind that defender into the open space. So Newman thinking, okay, I gotta get out to Jones. He's already buried a two-pointer. Dixon just lets him go, and then slips and slides into the dead.
Dixon fires and scores.
Open, loose ball, big ground ball pickup, and he just buries it all by himself. Carolina's in danger zone
to shoot. Down to 5, down to 4.
Yeah, comes in a little two-man game. Whoop, never mind. I'm just gonna slip this. And that...
Holman, catch, release.
Here they put him behind. You're gonna slide to him, pop away from pressure. I'll just find the reigning attackman of the year. High heat, cannons.
Knowlton, Holman bounces it in.
We're just gonna get a dodge down the alley here. You're gonna get a little bit of support. Easy throw in front, and then watch Holman inside. He's always so active. He's gonna find the soft spot in the Whip Snakes defense. There's the slide by Muller. You push it ahead. Holman finds little space on that near pipe, flashes his stick. Knowlton throws that ball with a nice slow pace, a catchable ball.
History of High Point Lacrosse. 3-time SoCon Player of the Year. Up top, Holman steps.
Off-ball prowess. You're gonna just get a little hedge here from Muller. A little hedge, and Holman's just gonna drift to this backside. And Knowlton is gonna identify, he's gonna see this the whole time, and then lead Holman to glory. So Muller starts to hedge there, loses Holman for a half second. And Holman drifts, creates space, and then just uncorks one.
That's the 3rd time Knowlton guy. We know Courier can do it. Tucci wins it. That's a missed opportunity. Tucci the other way.
Tucci pinch pop as he goes forward. Why not?
Seamless scoop. I thought it might have been a one-handed save by Dylan Ward, but look at Tucci. That ball's in his pocket in less than a second. And the offside bouncer finds
1 seconds to go. Tucci the face-off. Trying to cyclone away from Richard. Puts it in cage. It's good! Tucci!
Offensive player, the play is dead, but I think it's a clean goal just with a screen.
Clearly off before the
effective screen.
The clock expires.
Is Marcus Holman in front? Look at him park himself in front.
I don't think that hits Holman. I think that's a goal.
You know, Holman sets the screen, acts like he's going to
Tucci's got 3 points. Clean exit. Tucci turbos ahead. Fires and goal! Zach Tucci wins it for Boston.
Game. The quick win. The look-off quit. It's the look-off. He gives a look to Marcus Holman, which freezes the defense. And then the high bouncer,
straight overhand, shoots the pipe. You see Ward come out way to the top of his crease. And Tucci.
Cannons won in overtime. Sowers was knocked out early in that game. Working on Bryce Young. Turns the corner. Vengeance is mine. I will
bit. Here you're going to see the speed on display. Just a little hesitation directly behind the cage. And then he just puts on the afterburners, Quint.
good point for the Water Dogs here is the off-ball cuts really made it
A few
impossible.
seconds. Here's Sowers from long distance. That's a 1.
Quickness. He has range. He has range not only with his right hand, but with his left as well. I mean, to be the complete package, we don't see it that often because he doesn't really need to, but he has this in his bag.
That can't be in the scouting report.
Well, you're worried about so many other things that if he does this, you're like Notre Dame.
Sowers! Oh!
To the top side.
It's just beautiful ball movement here by Water Dogs. So you're going to eventually get this double team and pinball the ball around. Freeze it right here. This is where you're going to see this little 2-on-1. You got McCardle and Sowers. Here is the defender, Young, that's kind of trapped between those two guys. And Sowers just sneaks around the crease. Easy feed from McCardle, but beautiful identification. And Van Raphorst, he was the defender that was late getting down that backside. You can see Ethan Raw and Van Raphorst trying to...
Played on Team USA last summer. Shoots high, and he beats Kirst upstairs.
And just kind of goes back and forth. That little pump fake kind of freezes the defense off ball, enabling him enough airspace to then get to his spot and unleash one high.
The shot has a little bit of deception on it. You see Kirst's stick just
Right here,
hiccups.
the two-man game.
Sowers, McCardle, like clockwork.
Sowers is going to push this corner. You can see a little bit of confusion there in terms of are we staying, are we switching? And Epples just ball watching.
52 and white. 52 and whites. He's put in the conflict right there to the pipes and the crease area.
Oh, look at Sowers feeding the crease, finds McCardle. These two do it again.
Freeze it right here. You're going to get Apple. He's going to slide across the field. The issue is nobody from this backside, none of these Cannons defenders get down the backside to get to McCardle, who's just sitting on that backside pipe. So you get the first slide by Apple, that little hedge and recovery, and Van Raphorst is just late again in that second slide rotation.
Apple goes halfway, and that's a tough decision for a veteran defender. He's trying to read the play. The truth of the matter was, I didn't think Sowers had a sufficient angle there with his stick in his left.
Sowers, McCardle, why not? Rinse, repeat.
Sowers to McCardle connection continues. The patience, no pressure, and McCardle just gets lost in the wash.
Communication inside is imperative. You've got to talk. You got to have your head on a swivel, a little bit of ball watching.
First game of the season. Inside, it's good for Garnsey.
Garnsey on this feed. You can see Rexroad 22 in blue just shade to the left just slightly. And Pinnell jams it in there, knowing that if he throws Garnsey to space, he'll adjust accordingly. And his ability from a body language and
Garnsey maneuvers around Rexroad, fires on the run.
That little brush pick by Bertrand, that gives Garnsey the leverage to continue his pathway, sweeping across the field. The key there is he goes from east-west to north-south. He gets his momentum going towards the cage.
The Redwoods get there. Nobody in the cage.
Give up an empty netter, it's 1. This is a 2, it's a free 2.
Yeah, if I'm Gavin Adler, I'm hopping in cage. You've got 3 Atlas defenders all kind of around the crease. Get in there, Makar, Rexroad, get in there.
Does this get deflected?
And Nat St. Laurent saying he's been outstanding through camp, and to step in and play the way he's played after not a lot of time.
On the rookie Chris Conlon. This is just a situation on a wing where Teed is known as a passer, just given too much real estate. The double shows up, it's a little late, but we label Teed as kind of a feeder, a playmaker, and little do we recognize that he's got major velocity from like 13 yards.
Yeah, he's such a
peeks at the shot clock. Feeds to Teed. And those two connect.
Berger's got his defender hung up, so a lot of off-ball movement. You're going to see Teed freeze it right here. He's going to be pointing across. He's just going to find a little bit of space right here as Schellenberger surveys. You can see him staring back, like, how much time do I have left on the clock? Then he's going to reorient himself to find Jeff Teed. That overreaction there by Connors, that allows the space.
Go with, go with.
Inside to Teat.
Last summer. They're on the cusp of winning their 4th to improve to 4-0. Their goal differential is climbing, and the passing to me has really separated this team from the rest.
Differential of plus 16 on the season. Teat to the cage. A 9-point afternoon for Jeff Teat.
And this is one of those why not kind of goals. He goes underneath, and it's just super casual. I mean, it looks like he's moving in slow motion. You can see him staring off ball. That kind of freezes the defense.
Down the alley, gets caught up in a tornado of white. IDA had it, now it comes back. Schellenberger off the scramble. His first tally, his first point of the game.
And he's right there, the pinch double team. Ball's on the carpet and just kicks the wrong way. But the ground ball play moved on immediately. You get that ground ball in traffic, you move it on. Schellenberger converts. He had a quiet first half. He's been banged up so far this summer, coming off an aggressive college season that's all.
That courtesy of our statistician, Russ DeLynn. Schellenberger, bounce shot. Kelly never saw it.
In that 6-0 run, way more active in this second half. They're being scoreless in the first half, and sometimes, I mean, I know we're in the NHL playoffs. Pucks on net here, Anish. Sometimes good things happen.
Yeah,
what did Edmonton score last night? 8 goals?
Look at that screen through a mass of bodies. Now, your job as a goaltender, you got to see the ball. You
Weather gets warm. It's not fun. It's not fun.
You did. I remember that day.
Second goal he's had that's come off kind of a bang-bang play. Aiken, I believe that was a shot. If Aiken gets the assist here, tip your stat keeper.
you drew this one up yesterday, Ryan, with the diagram. With that single invert, the double comes and the deep.
Behind the cage. Teat up top. Jones. One more. Schellenberger steps into it.
It's just whipping around at hyperspeed. Schellenberger is going to be the ultimate benefactor. Look at the excitement by Jones after that one more feed.
California defense.
Miles Jones defended by Isaiah Davis-Allen. Davis-Allen falls. Jones to Xander Dixon.
Here, he draws the attention. The defense gets out of there and wisely finds Dixon just floating to open space. He led the league in 1-point goals coming into it.
He's sizing up Kirst. Teat flips it to the middle. Xander Dixon, the quick wrist.
Does not take Xander Dixon all that much space. So keep your eye on these two players on the interior. As Teat kind of operates, you're going to see Redwoods try to get organized with the slide, try to get organized. You just fall asleep for a half second, Quinn. You drift away from him just even for a little bit, and Teat's going to find him inside.
That's where California's got to
pipe to react.
No assist for Aiken. Look at the ball movement. Look at the ball movement.
Sports with his dad in Connecticut, transition to lacrosse, and the hand-eye coordination is next level. There's nobody who gets the ball in and out of the stick with more accuracy, more precision than Xander Dixon, the slim reaper.
It's just a classic 4-on-3 fast break. Baptiste draws the point man to rotate over.
Important for both of these teams.
Courier off the split dodge. Weaving and scoring.
Offensive game. The wing dodge underneath, clearance, multiple fakes.
Oh, he's an offensive midfielder that can just do some other stuff.
And so as a unicorn, too often we've said, oh, he can play defense, let's play him. Danger time now for the Water Dogs.
Courier, face dodge, steps into it. Oh, Zach Courier's been unlocked and unleashed.
A lot more offense. You're going to see this huge windup and the face dodge. And once he got to the middle of the field and had the full 6-on-6, Krebs didn't really have any sort of chance at this.
The beauty of the 2-point arc, because a guy like Courier right there on the outside can pump the 2. It's got to be respected. They rush.
The weekend. That's what makes this league so much fun. Teams are so close together. Courier, that's just pure will. A hat trick for Courier, a 5-point game. And now
Courier time. He goes to the middle of the field, kind of bends in. And it looks like Sauer steps in to defend Courier.
Yeah, they thought Bernhardt was standing over him.
Yeah.
Not sure why. Courier gets to his strong left hand. It's almost like
Sowers against the short stick, Bernhardt. Sowers shoots low, scores.
Here with the tight angle, eyes upfield, holds the defense, that twister, and then that snap. Watch the emphasis as he goes to shoot this, that snap, a little more oomph on it.
Randall on the run out. Randall feathers one inside, and the goal is good.
Randall, his man was an attackman. He's up near the arc. His attackman runs off the field. Randall senses the transition opportunity. Feathery touch inside.
You got to give me the leeway to go to the goal once in a while, right?
Sowers against the rookie Zappatello. Sowers shoots, scores! Native Son delivers.
Pretty consistently today, that little two-man game, Zappatello goes underneath of it. Bernhardt just not enough ball pressure there. I thought it was Bernhardt.
Zappatello gets his stick